Both soccer and the men's volleyball team look to be a very well-oiled machine by the 2020 season. They take every opportunity to improve, and with enough hard work, that #1 spot is just a serve away. For Orange Nation Sports, I'm Reel-Aryon Banks. To improve your mental health, things like maintaining healthy relationships, exercise, prioritizing your sleep schedule, or even pampering yourself are all ways that you can cope with this illness. Stillwater soared past the Dell City Eagles and finished as undefeated district champs. The Pioneers will be back here Friday to host the first round of the OSSAA playoffs. For Orange Nation Sports, I'm Reel-Aryon Banks. OSU finished 5th in its conference last season, but the team is hungry for more. As the players prepare for the 2020 spring season, they have their sights set on A&M's #1 spot. Bosecker says that this could be the year they take down A&M after coming so close last season.
One goal I have for this year is to finally beat A&M's A team. They've been a very difficult team to play against all 2 years that I've played. They always have really good A and B team. Their teams are stacked. They have a lot of people on them.
The team has been grinding all off-season to prepare for the challenge. They practice for 3 hours every Tuesday and Thursday. When they aren't hosting official practices, players are still in the gym getting reps. Veterans of the team are focusing on improving the fundamentals of newcomers.
I want to help these new guys work on their skills and develop themselves and become the best volleyball player they can.
They will play in unofficial tournaments at the end of this semester. These tournaments provide key experience and playing time for everyone. Playing in those live games requires paying close attention to details. In a sport like volleyball, communication is key.
It's difficult to get a bunch of guys who have never played together on one court at the same time. You've got to make sure your communication is on point, or else things are going to go bad and we're going to drop points for no reason.
Both soccer and the men's volleyball team look to be a very well-oiled machine by the 2020 season. They take every opportunity to improve, and with enough hard work, that #1 spot is just a serve away. For Orange Nation Sports, I'm Reel-Aryon Banks. Having to balance school and personal life, students' health could be pushed aside and forgotten about. Many are unaware of the signs that point to mental health, as well as the steps to take to better the mental disorder. This illness can arise in many different categories, like clinical depression, anxiety disorder, bipolar disorder, and others. But we fail to notice the importance of mental health is just as important as going to the doctor when you're sick.
Lasting hours each time, and you've noticed it over a period of months, it's definitely important to come get checked out. We can offer screeners to help screen for depression, screeners for anxiety.
To improve your mental health, things like maintaining healthy relationships, exercise, prioritizing your sleep schedule, or even pampering yourself are all ways that you can cope with this illness. Here at the university, Counseling Services puts on a mental health series. The series dates from mid-September to early December, and this is to provide help to students.
And so I ended up doing more every week. We said, hey, how are we doing? How did we present on this topic? What do you want to hear? How could we have done this better? And really just left it open to getting feedback, because we did this for the students, and we're doing it continually for the students and what they're needing.
Being in college is a lot within itself, but it's always in the best interest to make sure that your personal health is maintained and at its full potential. For Pete's Corner, I'm Reel-Aryon Banks. Stillwater Pioneers made a statement as they defeated Dell City 48-23 Friday. Stillwater quarterback Gunnar Gundy torched the Eagles defense, throwing for 226 yards and 3 touchdowns. Gundy made the play of the game in the third quarter as he threw a 35-yard touchdown on 4th down. Seniors Sean Preston and junior Luke McIndoe were dominant on both sides of the ball for Stillwater. Preston led the team in rushing with 89 yards and 2 touchdowns, while also recording 10 tackles. McIndoe had a team-leading 12 tackles and 3 sacks on defense and touchdown reception on offense. Stillwater defense smothered the Eagles all game with their relentless pass rush and a stifling secondary. The Pioneers forced 3 interceptions and only allowed the Eagles to run 12 offensive plays in the second half. In the third quarter, defensive end Clay Hatfield sacked Eagles quarterback Quinlan Ganther and forced a fumble. This is the second straight district title for the Pioneers, who are a perfect 20-0 over the past 2 regular seasons. They will be looking to win a state championship after losing to Bigsby in the finals last year. Stillwater soared past the Dell City Eagles and finished as undefeated district champs. The Pioneers will be back here Friday to host the first round of the OSSAA playoffs. For Orange Nation Sports, I'm Reel-Aryon Banks.